Hello, good people of YouTube. This is a video that I never thought I would have to make doing what I do on YouTube. And really strange that I'm having to talk about this topic that I've seen talked about quite a bit a couple of years ago and even now today. And that is, well, the extreme sensitivity of the YouTube AI or algorithm, whatever the heck is controlling this, because I personally do not believe anything that has gone by in the past, well, when I'm recording this 5 hours. I don't think I've communicated with an actual person. And if I do, and if I had, I mean, um, wow. Wow. Like, really, really, wow. If someone actually has looked at what I'm having an issue with and still upheld the original decision by the ID or whomever. So what's going on? Uh, you may not know this, but I uploaded a video yesterday that got taken down by the YouTube system for hate speech. Hate speech. A couple of you are probably, well, actually, a lot of you are thinking because the video was done quite well. What, your top 5 video from yesterday? No, not that one. The video I uploaded was completely unlisted. And what it was a trailer for a project that we have been working on for well over 2 years now in the Discord server. And it is a cinematic recreation of the Battle of the Denmark Strait in World of Warships. And I originally had this idea, like I said, 2 years ago, because I realized, hey, in the game right now, we have most of the ships where we can do a recreation of the battle. But then, real life job and some other things just kept getting in the way. And it got to the point to where we could almost do it last summer, but then more ships that were actually in the battle were being added, like the Ark Royal with the British CVs. So I'm like, okay, we're going to hold off till we can get those actual ships in this cinematic recreation. And just with my work schedule being a teacher and all, I work for 9 months. I'm off for, well, I wasn't going to say 2, it's really like 1.5 now. But, I have plenty of time to do it in the summer, so that's what we were waiting for. Then the Rona happened, and I have all these trainings and stuff, but finally I have some time to where we can sit down, record this, edit it, and get it out. And actually, when this goes live, we're recording it today. So, this trailer's 2 years old. Um, those of you that saw it probably noticed that the signal flags are way too big, because this is well before you can mount 21 signal flags onto your ship. And it's with a bot, Hipper, and myself at the Bismarck in the training room. And you guys are probably thinking, well, how is that part hate speech? Well, there was roughly 20 to 30 seconds of footage at the start of this trailer of the actual launch of the Bismarck. And this was from a British newsreel. And I'm like, oh god, I found it on YouTube. Keep that in mind. I found this newsreel on YouTube. I'll link it in the description down below. I'm like, oh god, this is perfect. What the announcer's talking about. He's talking about how much the Bismarck weighs. He's talking about how it's one of the fastest capital ships in the world, except for the Hood and Prince of Wales, or I'm sorry, no, King George V class. I'm like, that is so perfect. That is perfect foreshadowing right there. And I'm like, I'm going to take this and I'm going to throw that in the intro to this trailer, and then I'm going to put the little cinematic shots of the bot Hood and the Bismarck sailing around, slap some sound effects and some music on it, and it's going to be great. And that was one of the first times I really messed with keyframing in Shotcut, my editing software, especially with the audio. And it was so good, and I never got around to finishing it though. So it kind of just sat on my computer for a while until recently, when we finally had time to get this event together and coordinate. And obviously, since I started this project like 2 years ago, the people on the server now, the channel has grown so much since then, and it is awesome. And people on the server recently don't really have a clue what it is. And I reposted the list again of the ships that we needed. I said, hey guys, we're starting this back up again. If you're interested in helping us do this and you have one of these ships with one of the historical camos for it, let us know. And people were like, well, what is this exactly? And I thought, oh, this is perfect. I have the the unfinished trailer that I made 2 years ago still on my hard drive. Let me upload it to YouTube, and I'm going to put it on unlisted because it's unfinished. There would be no point in releasing an unfinished trailer to YouTube to generate hype around a video that we still have to record. So I just put the video on unlisted, uploaded it, and put the link in Discord, and quite a few people saw it. I mean, by quite a few, I mean, last time I checked it before it got pulled, it had like 11 views. You know, so it was only up for half an hour too. It had around 11 views, and people who saw it were like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome! I want to take part in this. I want to help you do this." And then what happened was, me and my girlfriend went out to go get some takeout, and on the way there, I got a Discord notification. And someone tagged me and said, "Hey, Sealord, that video you posted was pulled." I'm like, "Oh no, it's still there. It's unlisted. You gotta click on the link for it." So we get to the restaurant, and we're waiting for the food to come out, and I check my phone. And when I opened up the YouTube app, I was going to go check the video and see how people were responding to it. I got a notification when I opened up my Discord app, not my Discord app, my YouTube app, and it said a video of yours was pulled because it violates our what was the way they worded, our community standards or something. And I'm like, what? And I go and I check my email, and sure enough, I have an email waiting for me. And I'll post the screenshot of the email here. And it says, "Hi, SealordMountbatten. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our hate speech policy. We are removing the following content from YouTube." It says, "Video, Operation Ranubung, Trailer 1. I think I said Ranubung right. I don't know. Right now, I'm just so ticked off about this that that's not a big priority for me right now. And it says, "We know that this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we made a mistake, you can appeal, and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details." And it says how your content violated the policy. And it says, "Content glorifying or inciting violence against another person or group of people is not allowed on YouTube. We also don't allow any content that encourages hatred of another person or group of people based off of their membership in a protected group. We review educational, documentary, artistic, and scientific content on a case-by-case basis. Limited exceptions are made for content with sufficient and appropriate context and where the purpose of posting is clear." And how this affects your channel. "Because it is the first time, this is just a warning. If it happens again, your channel will get a strike and you won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week." Then it just says, "Review the community guidelines and the strike, yada yada, review your comment in mind." Then at the bottom, "Review your content with our policies in mind. If after reviewing your content, you think we made a mistake, let us know. You can appeal this decision here." So I went, and right there in that message, it says for educational or documentary purposes, and when the purpose of uploading is clear. Okay, so I went and I reviewed the community guidelines, and I went to their hate speech section, and again, it pretty much reiterates what it says there. But then down at the bottom for educational content, it says this: "We may allow content that includes hate speech if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature." Again, like what it says. Examples include this: a documentary about a hate group, educational content that isn't supporting the group or promoting ideas would be allowed. A documentary promoting violence or hatred wouldn't be allowed. A documentary about scientific study of humans, a documentary about how theories have changed over time, even if it includes theories about the inferiority or superiority of specific groups, would be allowed because it is educational. We won't allow a documentary claiming there's scientific evidence today that an individual group is inferior or subhuman. Historical footage of an event like World War II, which doesn't promote violence or hatred. This policy applies to videos, video descriptions, comments, live streams, and any other YouTube product or feature. For educational content that includes hate speech, this context must appear in the images or audio of the video itself. Providing it in the title or description is insufficient." So, okay, I'm thinking, okay, this is some bot that has seen a certain insignia in my video and has just automatically done this. Okay, cool. I'll type an explanation to YouTube, and I'll send it in, and if anybody reads it, obviously they'll understand what's going on. Keep in mind, this video is unlisted, so only people who have the link can view it. And at this point in time, to the best that I can tell, it's only been viewed by about 11 people. So I went to submit an appeal, and this is what I typed. The video in question is a work-in-progress trailer/teaser for an upcoming video that recreates a historical World War II naval battle, the Battle of the Denmark Strait. This video does not direct hate toward any people/ethnic group and is educational and historical in nature. Plus, they only give you 300 words to explain yourself, so if, you know, your content needs a bit more explanation, you can only do it in 300 words. Okay, so I was like, all right, it's in the clear. In the screenshot you're looking at right now, it doesn't include the educational part. I included that after because this is an educational video we're doing. It's a cinematic historical recreation of the Battle of the Denmark Strait. We are trying to go for the best historical accuracy that we can get in World of Warships. So I submit that, and you can look at the time on my phone. On the screenshot, it's actually no, it doesn't show it. But this was it does. That was at 4 p.m. my time. I didn't get back home until about another half hour from getting our food. We had to wait a little while in the parking lot for them to bring out our food. I get back home and I check this email sent at 4:15. Now keep in mind, I retyped that message a little bit to include the word education. I read over it a couple times and then I sent it. I sent it around 4:05. So 10 minutes later at 4:15, I get this response. Dear SealordMountbatten, thank you for submitting your video appeal to YouTube. After further review of the content, we've determined that your video does violate our community guidelines and have upheld our original decision. We appreciate your understanding. Sincerely, the YouTube team. Tell me that a human being looked at that video, looked at my channel, looked at the context of my channel, and said, yeah, that still violates community guidelines. When I explain that this is an unfinished trailer/teaser for an upcoming historical reenactment of a World War II naval battle. Okay? And in their guidelines, they say historical footage they even give World War II as an example, is allowed as long as it's not promoting violence toward a group. In the video that I showed, which is on YouTube, and is still on YouTube today, as of me recording and uploading this video, it is still on YouTube. But when I use it to set up a dramatic cinematic reenactment of a naval battle, it's hate speech. The only words said in that video were that of the British announcer reading off the newsreel and setting the context of the clip, which was a newsreel. This was news. This is like the BBC or some other British news organization in the 1930s. That's setting the context right there. And then I further set the context in my appeal message. And then, if you just look at my channel, it's a gaming channel centered around World of Warships. A game that is centered around early 20th century naval combat. And has had things like this done. People make cinematic videos on World of Warships all the time. And this isn't promoting violence or hate toward anybody. It's ridiculous. And they're going to tell me that a human reviewed that and said, yeah, you're still violating the terms of service or the community guidelines. When I have said this is an educational historical reenactment of a World War II naval battle. And the kicker behind all this is that this was completely accidental. I don't think I should be on this shouldn't be the permanent warning for my channel. I used video footage I found on YouTube that has been up for years and has not been taken down. So I believe I was in the right mind thinking, okay, this footage is on YouTube. It's clearly historical footage. I should be good to go with using it in my own historical video. But no, I'm not, apparently. And I'm a small channel. I don't have a rep or anybody I can go talk to get this cleared up. I got a bot. That's all I got. And again, there's no way somebody actually looked at this and said, yeah, this is still violating the terms of service or whatever. If they did, that's even worse. That is far worse than than that 1 minute unlisted video that I put up. That is so much worse than whatever somebody could have gleaned hatred from the 20 seconds of black and white footage. To make matters, like it's terrible. And I've heard about the history channels and the documentary channels that have gone through the same thing. And that was back when I was just first starting, when that was really big and really going through. And I thought it was terrible back then, and I heard about how sensitive the system was, but my God, this is super sensitive. So yeah, if I accidentally, for some reason, include a certain insignia in one of my videos, that's it. My channel is done for a week. They told me that in the first email. No uploading, no posting, no live streaming for a week. A channel of my size that is a video a day channel, that would murder my channel in a week. Because my schedule forever has been a video a day, except for Sunday. And just the way the algorithm works, if I miss a day, it's bad enough. If I miss a week over a mistake, and my appeal is held by a bot, this is ridiculous. This system needs to be improved. But I guess it's kind of good that it happened here. That way, I didn't spend the however many tens of hours I'm going to spend editing this thing, because we're still doing the project. I'm going to have to change the way it opens. I thought that opening was so perfect. Setting the historical context, foreshadowing what's going to happen. And if you know what happened in the Battle of the Denmark Strait, you know there was nothing to do with that certain political party. It's one of the most epic and legendary naval battles of the 20th century. And it's been done a disservice by the media, I think. There hasn't been any major coverage of it, no major movie or anything. I guess just because of the nature of whose story it is. And I don't know. And I just wanted to tell a story. Tell a historical story in a cinematic setting. And I'm still going to do it. And if I put it up there and for whatever reason the whole channel gets taken down for a week and that it's basically going to end 3 hard years of hard work into me putting this channel together and putting it to where it is, that's tragic. That all that work can be snuffed out in an instant by a bot with no chance of an appeal and just getting a boiler room response. It's ridiculous. And that's what I think on this subject. That's my honest opinion. And YouTube, if you're watching this, for the love of God, do better. Google, you're God, I don't even know how much Google's worth right now. It's probably, God, millions if not billions. You can afford to have people take a look at cases like this. This is ridiculous. And if a real person did look at this, again, and said that's still hate speech, that's absolutely ridiculous and unacceptable. Because this type of censoring is what gets people into trouble. And how you repeat your mistakes. It's stupid. But that's my thoughts on this subject, you guys. I'm sorry that you have to hear me this depressed and this frustrated, but it's so stupid. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a good day. Hope you enjoyed the other video that comes out today, talking about the German CVs, ironically. But anyway, guys, hope you're having a great day, and hope to catch you guys in the next one.